Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video I'm going to be doing my own nails using the BtArtbox soft gel tips, and then we're also going to do a little bit of autumn stamping as well, so I really hope you all enjoy watching. Now starting off, I do have a little BtArtbox haul to share with you guys. They did send me their cat's eye gel range, so here they are in the peachy nude almond shape. So these are the medium length, and as you can see, I love the shape on these. These are my go-to shape that I normally wear, and I find them really easy to get on with, but they're not too long, they're nice and rounded at the tip, and then as you can see, these ones have that beautiful cat's eye effect to them. And then secondly, they also sent me the cat's eye gel ones in the short pink. So as you can see, these are a lot shorter in length than the previous ones, and these are the square shape as well. They do have the sides rounded off a little, so I'd call them more a squoval than a square, just because they're not as sharp as a normal square is. So they have a really nice natural looking appearance to them, and again, that beautiful cat's eye effect. You can't fully see the cat's eye effect here, it looks a little bit matte, but when we come in and top coat them, it really comes to life. What I love about the BtArtbox tips is whenever you purchase them, they have lots of application instructions included. So if you are new to applying full cover gel nails, it's really handy having those instructions to hand. The other thing that I really love about this system is that it comes with a builder gel step and a top coat step, so it really reinforces the application when you are wearing these. I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into it. I have done so many BtArtbox videos now, so there is a playlist up on my channel if you would like to watch more. They have been my go-to nails in a way to wear this year, as they are so quick and easy to apply. This year you've probably noticed that I haven't uploaded as many videos. It's just been a bit of a crazy year, so I haven't sat and done my nails half as much as I normally do, but these are such a great easy way to do your own nails at home. So I started off by just wiping over the nails with some alcohol just to give them a good cleanse before I come in and start sizing up my tips. As you can see, they're really easy to size up. I know roughly what size is going to fit my nails just by looking at them, but I just go in and I'm making sure that it's fitting from side to side. You want to make sure that the tip's not too small, otherwise it's going to ping off once you've applied them just because of the pressure. So you want to make sure that it's fitting nicely from side to side. If you can't find a perfect fit, then size up and then file the edges to make the nail tip a little bit smaller so that it fits perfectly. But what I do love about the BtArtbox tips is, as you can see there are so many sizes that I've never had trouble finding a size that fits myself perfectly. I have also done these on my daughter's nails as well, and she has really teeny tiny nail beds, and we always find a size that fits. My favorite product to apply these is the solid gel glue in a tube. I use this for any kind of nail tip application because it just is thick enough that it holds the tip in place while you're trying to cure it, but it's not too thick that it leaves the overall finished look of the nail to be thick and bulky. So let's get into application. I again wiped over my nails to cleanse and dehydrate the nail plate, and then I'm going to come in and push back all of my cuticles. Now this is a very basic prep, but I feel as though as if you was doing this on yourself at home, this is the kind of prep you would do. You wouldn't go in with anything too thorough. Of course, if you are comfortable clipping the cuticles, you can come in and do that, but I just was doing a really basic pushback. So I'm just pushing back any of that cuticle that's growing up the nail plate. I have also been recently doing my nails with rubber base coat, so I didn't have a lot of prep to do because they have been prepped a fair bit. I'm then going to come in with a 240 grit buffer and just gently remove the shine. You can do this with either a 240 or a 180 grit buffer, and I'm just very gently buffing the surface of that nail plate just to make sure we're removing any shine. You don't want to over buff, you just want to go in all directions and just very gently remove the shine. Dust away any little bits of dust or debris that have now collected. So I'm just going over with a lint-free pad just to make sure that the nail surface is nice and clean. Then we are going to come in and prime the nail. So I'm going to use the BtArtbox primer for this. So I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this to all of the nails. Now you don't have to do this step. The BtArtbox tips do have base coat and primer built into them. It's kind of just habit for me because a lot of other systems require a primer. I'm just so used to priming my nails, but the primer is available. So if you are someone who is prone to not having nails last, I would still go in with a primer anyway. I myself can have quite oily nail beds, so I do find just adding that layer of primer on takes a few seconds, but it really gives you good adhesion. So as you can see here, I was struggling a little bit to get this gel to come out of the tip, and it was because I noticed after that the hole wasn't cut properly. So I do take some scissors and make that hole a little bit bigger off camera just so the gel comes out of the tip, because in previous bottles of this I've had, I never have any issues getting it out. It's not like a too thick gel that you struggle to get it out of the tube. It just needed opening up a little bit more. But as you can see, what I'm basically doing is I'm applying a small amount of that gel at the cuticle area. You want to apply enough that when you press it down onto your nail, that gel is going to flow up and cover the entire nail plate. So I've applied a small amount and I start pressing the nail down slightly away from the cuticle area, giving it a little bit of pressure, and you'll be able to sort of feel that gel is sliding up the nail. And then I just gently nudge that tip slightly closer to the cuticle area so there's not too big of a gap between the cuticle and the nail tip that you've applied. I'm then going to flash cure it in the BtArtbox curing lamp. So I just do a 10-15 second flash cure here, and then I am going to fully cure them in my larger LED lamp after. This is just to hold the nails in place whilst you're getting them all on, and then you can put your whole hand in your lamp to fully cure them. If you only have this little lamp, if you don't have a main lamp, then I would recommend doing a 60-second cure on each nail rather than flash curing. So again, I've applied my gel down at that cuticle area on the nail tip, and then I'm lining it up on the nail, pressing down, applying a fair bit of pressure so that gel flows up the nail, and then you are still able to move it around to get your positioning perfect. Now here you can see that I applied too much gel, so you've got some that's seeping out at the tip of your nail. So I'm just going to take a nail art brush, a little bit of alcohol, and wipe that away just so that it's not going to cure and look messy underneath the nail. And then I'm just readjusting everything to make sure that it's all positioned on my nail perfectly. I like to hold it in place whilst I'm flash curing just so it doesn't get knocked or anything. And then as you can see, it's really sturdy even though it has only been a 15-second flash cure. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of my nails. So again, just a small ball of gel. The more you do your own nails with these, the more you get the hang of how much gel you need. And of course, it's going to depend on the length as well. If your own nail bed is quite short, like mine are here, they're more short to medium length, you are only going to need a little bit of gel. But if you have got longer or larger nail beds, then you're going to need a little bit more gel. But you only really want that gel going on your natural nail. You don't want it kind of seeping and flowing up the tips, even if you are wearing longer tips. Now these tips do come in a variety of designs, sizes, like in length. You can get some quite long ones. I have used their long French ones and they are absolutely stunning if you want a really beautiful XL length set of nails. And then they do come in lots of different shapes as well. So I've only shown the almond and the square here, but there are other shapes available as well. Now I will leave a link in the description box below to the BtArtbox website, and I do have a discount code as well which gets you 10% off your order as well. It's always nice to get a little cheeky discount. Now on my little finger here, you'll see I've only got a small nail bed, so I'm only applying a small amount of gel. If you do get any gel that's seeping out around the cuticle area, wipe that off as well before you go into cure, because it's a lot easier to remove any excess gel when it's not cured compared to when it is cured. Now of course you want to try and avoid getting any on the skin or cuticles, but when you are starting out it can be a little bit tricky. So if anything, I would advise to apply less gel rather than more. Now that I've flash cured them all into place, I did pop them in my main LED lamp for a full 60-second cure. And then here I'm just cleaning off any gel that is on the surface of the tips. So sometimes with application, it can be a little bit messy and you might end up transferring some gel onto the surface of those tips. So I'm just giving it a really good clean to make sure that there's nothing on the surface of those. And it does come off quite easy with a little bit of acetone if you have got any gel where you don't want it to be. Now I'm just going to come in with my nail file and just file off the edges where we've took them off the tray that they arrive on. You get like a little teeny tiny bit of excess tip, so I'm just coming in and filing that off. Now of course at this part, if you did want to shorten the length or change the shape, you can file them to do that. I'm coming in here and I'm just making the side walls a little bit sharper. I felt as though for my style they look just a little bit too rounded, so it's great that they're versatile enough that if you're not happy with the shape or if you want it to suit you differently, you can come in and change that by filing. They do file nice and easily as well. So I'm going to dust away all of that dust from filing, and then these are ready for the builder gel step. So these are very strong on their own. However, the coming in with the layer of builder gel really strengthens and reinforces them. Now the builder gel is a thicker consistency gel compared to say your base coat or your top coat. So as you can see, I'm taking a small amount on my brush and really working it down the nail. It does self-level, so don't worry if your application is a little bit uneven. Give the nail a few seconds and it will self-level before you pop them in to cure. So I'm just going to come in and do this on all 4 of my nails. I like to do my 4 fingers first, cure them, and then do my thumbnail separately, just so that when you're placing your hand in the lamp, everything's getting a good all-round cure. So as you can see, it's really easy to apply this. It's just, you just got to make sure that you're keeping your application nice and neat and nice and clean. So try your hardest not to get any on the skin or cuticles. If you're not confident going in and doing this with the bottle brush, you can take a smaller brush to go in and get closer to the cuticle and sidewalls area. But I do find that this is a really nice size of brush to work with, as long as you don't overfill it with your gel. So you can see there I completely wiped off one side of my brush, and then I'm just taking a small amount of gel on the other side. This way, if you've not got too much product on your brush, it's a lot easier to control. And then I'm just gently painting it down the nail, pulling it into place, and then that is the application done. So we're ready to pop that in for a final 60-second cure on that thumb. And you can see when you come in and add your clear layer of builder gel, you get this beautiful shine and you get that beautiful cat's eye effect coming through from the tips. Now I often get asked, can you include nail art in with your BtArtbox tips? And a lot of the time, if I am adding nail art, I like to sandwich it between that builder gel layer and the top coat layer. So we're going to do some really simple stamping. So I've done my finished my layer of builder gel, and then I'm going to come on and stamp on these really cute autumn leaves. This is the autumn leaves stamping plate from Miss Lucy UK. I will leave a link in the description box below to her website as well, because she has some absolutely amazing stamping plates. So as you can see, we've already done this image, so I'll talk you through my steps on the next one. But I felt as though this brown stamping polish looked so cozy and cute against the BtArtbox cat's eye effect tips. So let's clean off that stamping plate so we remove any excess stamping polish that was there. You always want to make sure that you're starting your image with a really nice clean plate. I then apply a generous amount of stamping polish to cover the entire image. Scrape that excess. I like to scrape in 2 directions just to make sure you're getting all that stamping polish into the little intricate parts of the image. Quick flick of the wrist with my stamper to pick that up, and then I'm simply pressing and rolling it down onto the natural nail. So I press down, hold it in place, and then just kind of rock side to side and then pull off, and as you can see, it's stamped on effortlessly. This is a really simple stamped design. I have lots of other stamping videos up on my channel, and I really do want to get some more up, because I absolutely love this time of year for stamping. I feel like because autumn's my favorite time of year, it's the sort of style that I've got the most nail art products in. So when it comes to stamping plates, I have loads of autumn ones compared to spring and summer, and same goes for things like foils and water decals. Loads when it comes to autumn and Christmas, not so many when it comes to spring, summer, because autumn and winter and Christmas, they're just actually not so much winter. Autumn and Christmas are my absolute favorite times of year. But anyway, yes, we're going to finish off by stamping on our images. Now this is where you could do any kind of nail art. You could do some hand painting, water decals, foils, stamping, but I do like to sandwich it in between the builder gel and the top coat. You can actually come on and do it straight over the top of your tips, then it's sandwiched in between your tips, your builder gel and your top coat. If I was doing something that needed a little bit more encapsulation, that's what I would do. So maybe decals, because they have that slight film to them, they are a little bit easier to encapsulate in the builder gel, so I would do that straight over the top. But anything that's kind of like stamping or hand painting, it only needs that layer of top coat to seal it in, so it's easier to do it over the builder gel. Talking of top coating, that's where we're at now. So I'm going to come in with that step 2 of the BtArtbox kit, which is the top coat, and this is a lot thinner consistency than the builder gel, and it has an absolute incredible high shine. So because it's a little bit of a thinner consistency, you do have to be careful with your application. So you just want to, again, wipe off one side of your brush, take a small amount of it on the other side of your brush, and then just paint it on the nail. I do like to come in and seal the free edge here as well. So you'll see I just run my brush along that free edge just to seal everything in, and then it's going to prevent any chipping. Again, I do this on my 4 fingers first of all, pop them into cure, and then I come in and do my thumbnail. This just helps eliminate smudging as well when you're holding your hand like this to top coat your thumbnail. If you've already cured those 4 fingers, you're not going to worry about smudging or ruining your top coat. And then once we popped that into cure, that is the finished result. So as you can see, these are super easy to apply, a super easy way to do your own nails at home, and I love that you can easily add a little bit of nail art onto them and give them a really professionally done look. Now, of course, lastly, we've always got to come in and apply our cuticle. Whether you are getting your nails done professionally or at home, it is really important that you have a good quality cuticle oil. So I'm going to come in, apply a little drop down at the cuticle area, give that a good rub and massage in, and then that is the set finished. I really hope I have some more videos to upload soon for you guys, but if you did enjoy this one, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and hit that subscription button if you haven't already. Thank you for all staying with my channel. It means the absolute world to me, and I do hope that I can just get back into the flow of uploading real soon. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Do let me know how you are all doing in the comments below. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.